When public outrage exposes a wrong that we all know, it's time to talk about it. In this case, the shared wrong is the term black jobs and its partner, DEI hire. Social media has turned up the volume with humorous ridicule mocking the use of these terms. Outrage is a great catalyst to start a conversation. So let's talk about what's so disturbing about the use of these terms. And for that, we need to look at history. Authentic history. I'm Jasmine Pogue, a staff member at Dialogue on Race Louisiana. During an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, a presidential candidate claimed that migrants are taking black jobs. This comment was first said during the presidential debate, and broadcast media was mostly silent, but online and social media highlighted the absurdity of this concept with thought pieces and comedic skits. Recently, the world's most decorated gymnast humorously chimed in, responding to a claim about her career by saying, "I love my black job." As America sees its first presidential nominee, who is both Black and Asian American, there are renewed discussions around the concept of DEI hires, the idea that Black, Latinx, Indigenous, and Asian people are only hired or promoted due to racial quotas and not for their talent. This notion has been weaponized to pit Black, Indigenous, Brown, and Asian communities against one another. These narratives are not new and are rooted in the country's founding. So starting with the term black jobs. The original black job was not a job at all. It was chattel slavery, where enslaved Africans were forced, through violence, to work without pay. That labor laid the foundation for the United States economy, enriching the entire country and other parts of the world. In only 60 years, the U.S. became the world's richest, most powerful nation, second only to Great Britain. The end of slavery did not equate to freedom in the job market. Instead, those formerly enslaved people and their descendants faced severe and strict segregation enforced by policing. These Black American citizens were relegated to low-paying, menial jobs like sharecropping and other systematic exclusions from many professions. They were often replaced by immigrant labor, and the influx of immigrants provided a convenient labor force that employers could exploit, pitting these groups against each other in a struggle for economic survival. The black jobs were the results of systemic policies, laws, and false narratives about each group. Those discriminatory practices lasted 100 years. Segregation laws and policies such as redlining, lack of access to quality education, housing, and employment opportunities further entrenched these economic disparities, leading to a disturbing cycle of poverty. The passage of the civil rights laws legally ended Jim Crow segregation, but systemic racist practices and policies consistently marginalized Black workers. Today's hiring practices reinforce such narratives as black jobs, and doing business as usual fuels the pitting of Asian, Indigenous, and Latinx communities against Black people. Session 5 of the Dialogue on Race Original Series focuses on affirmative action, a controversial topic today. The struggle for economic survival that Black, Asian, Latinx, and Indigenous Americans faced, coupled with the myths of affirmative action racial quotas, led to today's false term of DEI hire. Dialogue on Race Louisiana's core series provides a structured environment to discuss these complex and often misunderstood issues. The racial hierarchy is still the social order of American society, ensuring that Black Americans remain at the bottom of the economic ladder. Your outrage over the black jobs comment shows that Black voices are demanding to be heard. All Americans who want to dispel false narratives are ready for an authentic and accurate conversation on race. Visit Dialogue on Race Louisiana's blog to read more and learn how to engage in the national conversation on race. Join Dialogue on Race Louisiana's core program, the Dialogue on Race Original Series. This dialogue sets a supportive environment where everyone can be open, honest, and brave in a conversation that can lead to understanding and change. We look forward to welcoming your voice to the conversation.